Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Frost and Fire episode 59. Last episode, at the very end, we had a mech drop raid landing squarely where all the other raids had landed, unsurprisingly. I have some injuries, but nothing too serious, just a missing finger or so. We were also trying to prepare for the infestation that we are going to accept. And I am going to change some of my builds here in preparation for said infestation. So I'm really hoping to drive the sort of insects into this spot here. That's my hope. But what I want to do is I want to design this so that it's a bit tougher. So I'm going to have multiple layered uranium walls. So what I'm doing back here is I'm going to have a uranium wall and then multiple layers of it. Because if any of the area here is breached, what ends up happening is that all the heat that my traps are generating will dissipate. So I'm going to have triple uranium walls there. And why uranium is because I have a whole bunch of uranium sitting here. That's why. And then I'm going to have multiple layers of uranium walls here as well. Like that. And there's going to be an order of operations here where I don't necessarily want to build them out of order because, you know, we'll get locked in there. All right, Phoenix and Bash are going to be tended without meds because they have healing enhancers. And Leth is getting pretty close to getting full yield for mining, so I'm excited about that. I did receive a lot of feedback from you guys, so I want to cover some of that feedback. One, I need more turret coverage down here in my southern storage. So I'm going to put a turret here that covers the southern wall a little bit better. And then I'm also going to need a turret. What I'm going to do here is actually break this wall down so that it can be covered by one turret instead. And I'm going to put a turret here and a fire foam popper in there to suppress any would-be fires from spreading. Then, south of my Alamo, I'm also going to want other turrets. So I'm going to put a turret here to cover this area that has been separated out, and put dead power for that as well. All right, Leth, you are... Yep, you're getting pretty close to level 8. Which is going to be full yield. This will be my last run of chem fuel. Because I'm actually getting kind of low on resources. If we take a look at my vegetables, I know it doesn't look low, but it is. A solar flare, isn't that lovely? And we have a wild gorilla out here as well. Interesting. So a solar flare hitting might spoil these nutrient paste meals, but I don't have a lot of nutrient paste meals to spoil, so it's not terrible. Just annoying. I also have some trees that are blocking my solar, so let's get that fixed as well. It'd be interesting to see what everyone works on, given that... sorry, trees blocking my wind. Did I say solar? I did say solar. That makes no sense. So other feedback I got from you all. Orange Chaos mentioned something to me, which was that these turrets here are susceptible to fire. And I'm going to... I want to set up fire foam poppers for them. But I have to think about the right way to do it. So I'll mull that over. A lot of people pointed out the trees blocking the wind turbines. So many people that I can't really credit anyone specifically. But Michael mentioned a turret down here would be wise. And then also fire foam poppers would be wise. So both are true. Thank you for that feedback. And Matthew mentioned this turret over here that would need to be protected. All right, so now security. I'm going to put a turret in there and a fire foam popper in there so that if there's a fire in this spot, it gets handled quickly. Now, what I need to do is worry about constructing the extra defenses so that these little buggery boos don't get out. The most important ones would be these back walls here, because I'm not going to be able to repair them. What I could do is set up a bunch of uranium walls, multiple layers of uranium walls, and then set up a steel wall that is designed to catch fire. One that will hopefully keep the insects at bay. Or not even a... let's see. I will do... after a third uranium wall, I'm going to do a steel wall and then cables. So the multi-layered defense setup. It's expensive. Quite expensive. But this is the quote-unquote proper way to do it. So then, let's do a steel wall. And I have 2 days to accept this quest. That's why I'm sort of micromanaging my guys to get that done. As soon as Leth hits full yield, which should be real soon, I will hit this node here. Now I know it looks the same, but flammabilities are different. And then what I'll do is some cables, just as a fuel source, so that we can protect the walls from having fire spray to them. Oh, the estate fortified zone, funny enough, needs to add... Okay, there we go. Little picnic there. All right. Bash, sorry to do this to you, but I am going to need you to actually construct stuff. And we're going to want another incendiary placed right there. Bash in a bit of a bad mood. So here we have the southern walls, and the outermost of those southern walls I'm going to have as a home zone, where I can have my constructors try to repair it against the bugs that are flooding in. With things becoming more temperate, I'm going to turn off some extra coolers that I don't need. Also have to keep an eye on my nutrient paste because it didn't spoil, fortunately, but I don't have a lot of nutrient paste left. If I'm done making the chem fuel, I should take it out of the stockpile. Oh, war prep. Okay, so this wall is nice and trapped, and it should stop bugs from getting out quickly. JD's bionic arm is done. That hospital looks a little worse for wear. So maybe when JD goes to sleep. Another thing that I noticed is I'm going to need pants and shirts. So shirts going to be made out of gorilla leather and pants made out of worn leather. And JD is going to crank those out now. As you can see, he's not even wearing a shirt. And a whole bunch of people had pretty fairly tattered pants and shirts. I don't have backup pants and shirts right now, so I should have that. All right, Leth, you're probably... Nope, you're not at full yield yet. Almost. Almost. Okay, there we go. There's our protection for our turret area. Panzer shirt's getting made. So very close. It's funny that I'm down to 1,000 steel from the 5,000 that I had, and it's only likely going to drop even further. Because I'm certainly not done using it. So some other prep I'm going to do is the... for these hallways, I'm going to add some cabling just as a fuel source to keep the bugs... If they spawn down here, oh, how tragic would it be if they didn't, right? But just to spread fire around here so they're not eating the walls so quickly, which would be good. Something like that. Keep them off the walls so they don't chew them up. All right, you should be, yep. All right, Leth is at full yield now. So, at full yield, let's start hitting this here. JD is now wearing a shirt. Good. This is less important, but sure. If you want to make it, have at it. We are down to a day and a half of prep. Also down to 5 nutrient-based meals. So next person that goes to eat a meal will crank out some more NPM. This turret, I should move to the right to overlap with the other turret, so that if brawlers are breaking this turret, they can fire at one another for added coverage. I don't know why Leth is choosing this slag over the steel to mine. It's a little strange to me. There we go. Now you're moving over. All right, Mr. Bash. Whatever happened to that Grillo? It's still hanging around, huh? Interesting. All right, Bash is making those conduits. And we're going to continue making the conduits. The Stay Fortified zone should utilize this whole node. So here are the conduits in this area that need... Oh, you're going to drink a beer. Okay. Phoenix, what are you working on? Making some of the backup turrets, huh? That's fine. I mean, that helps me. Ooh, this one is very, very broken. Needs repair. Bash is in one heck of bad mood. Tea and beer, huh? Because you slept in the cold. That's a luxury when it's 100 degrees out. Okay, so we have about a day's worth of preparation left. I'm trying to do a lot of micromanagement here. I'm going to forbid that door, so he has to build that. Whoa. Shack of supplies. 13 skeletons for some very average weapons. Yeah, that will be a pass for me. Okay, so we're almost ready to... Yeah, we're just about ready to accept that quest. This zone has been thoroughly prepped. We just need the inside walls now. These walls. We don't need to go back inside. An Imperial Trader. Very cool. Trade ship passing nearby. Let's see what they have for sale. Gonna micromanage bash so he finishes off this construction without being trapped inside. There it is. And close the door. Oh, another thing I should do is if we're repairing this, these, I should have a light source. That would be important. Okay, the roof on the beacon is mostly removed, so let's see. They will buy my sculptures. They have prestige armor for sale. A Persona Zeus hammer. Mad Wailing and Psychic Fog. Yeah, absolutely not. I thought that was going to be exciting, and then I took a look at it and was like, whoa, that is a really bad Persona weapon, because it would just make me crazy. And, alright. The other thing I'm going to do, is let's sell statues to them for reputation. Oh, I don't have dead power for this. Well, I will. Alright, so all of Hippie's hard work making all these statues to make the bedrooms better. Well, we're gonna make money instead. Alright, 24-hour warning on the quest there. Not an issue. I'll hit that with flying colors. So Phoenix, Hall. Who else is close? Gabe, you're close. Hall. And JD, Hall. Raptor, where'd you go? Alright, all the statues are now in the stockpile. Time to trade again. It's too bad they're not selling, well, I'm gonna buy the tech print for JD's sake. Because he has a painful scar. A group of machinists showing up. Boy, I hope you avoid the mech cluster. Yeah, JD here has a bite scar that has been aching. And actually, I'm going to have him do a right arm installation right now. Because I have 21 hours until the quest. It would be good if he had really high manipulation, because he's one of my constructors that might have to repair walls to keep the bugs in. So having his manipulation as high as possible would be good. Looks like the gorilla was hungry, and I'm being penalized for what the gorilla is doing, which is ridiculous. But we're gonna have a gorilla just south of our border here. Here, Gabe, would you be so kind? And then that also means perhaps hauling their stuff away too. Silly gorilla, you're not gonna catch me. Even in the dark, you're not gonna catch me. Alright, well that is some more gorilla meat. So I'm alright with that. It's almost time to switch over from coolers to heaters. Not quite yet, because it's cooler at night. Ooh, an eclipse. A giant smoke cloud plus eclipse. I feel like it got lighter. The eclipse brightened it up a bit. It's kind of funny. Gabe, I'm going to have you do this. Let's see. I'm going to have you caravan it. Just because I am a bit in a rush. Any more animals out here? Nope. All right, here we go. JD's up, but still going to be woozy. Hippie, guess what? You get to make some nutrient paste. So, assign nutrient paste. Now, if I accidentally eat this nutrient paste, it's not terrible because it is, it's only made of potatoes, not fowl meat. So it doesn't carry the same sort of unbelievable negative consequences of fowl meat nutrient paste. But either way, glad that we have it. So my defenses look ready. I am very much hoping that the insects actually do spawn in here. If they don't, I'm just going to wall off this area and hope that they go away or something. I'm not even really sure how I'm going to deal with that, to be honest. I don't have a contingency. I guess Raptor has Berserker Pulse, and he also has Call Aid for Aerodrone Salvos, and we could maybe lure the insects towards the mech swarms. There's a possibility of that. But I don't enjoy the thought of having to do that. So for fire foam poppers, I'm going to have fire foam poppers for each turret. Because the poppers would, if fire got set here, these walls would stop the fire poppers from spreading foam to each turret to the side. Okay, 12 hours left. Still in an eclipse. So I am battering my batteries because I have low wind, no solar, running on geothermal and unstable power cells only. That's not great. Another thing I could do is Raptor. Call in the machinists here. And trade caravan, bulk goods. We have a lot of dusters that we could trade. So might as well, right? Okay, so here's some fire foam poppers in case there's fires near my unstable power cells. This whole area down here is going to need to be filled in with some steel to prevent the infestations here. So before I accept the quest, let's actually stop mining for a bit and fill in this infestation risk. Because that would be very, very bad. Come, nope, turn around. We'll get back to that vein soon. All right, so doing a quick analysis of my base. I don't have any revealed overhead mountain in sensitive areas. Oh, maybe I should turn on this light. I don't think 45 hives could fit in there, but we'll turn on that light anyway. Nope. All right, we're just about ready to accept. I want to wait as long as possible so that the anesthesia of JD can subside. But here's to hoping. That's going to be one heck of a fight. It's weird to be picking fights like this, honestly, because Randy is pretty good about sending us fights we don't want. So queuing up for a fight we don't want seems very like a foreign idea to me. But whatever. It's how we roll sometimes, for better or for worse. Updating some of the home zones to include the newly mined out mountain areas. It will require sweeping a bit, but that's fine. And then down here, everything I want is set up home zoned. Good. Looking good. Getting the poppers built. JD still has anesthesia wearing off. Scanned underground steel. Jump to not so close to me. That's unfortunate. All right, well, we'll have a little anesthesia, I guess, when accepting this quest. All right, T-minus 1 hour. It's time. So, available pods, insects, except for the charge rifle. And then just the expectation that they spawn here, I'm going to start moving towards there. Yep. That's exactly where they spawned. So I have everybody down here ready to react, and we'll see how well my preparations have panned out. One of the things I'm going to want to do is this light reinstalled here. Actually, do we have solar? No, we don't have battery. So hippie. So stay fortified zone allows us in here, but we're obviously not going to go in there. So Hippie and Gabe, get that set up for me. Bash, JD, Phoenix, go get Happier. All right, here they are. Oh, some of them spawned behind. I hadn't really accounted for that possibility. So there's going to be some bugs that aren't going to get fire trapped like the others. But here we go, setting it off. So the design here is that the initial layer of walls are on fire, and then there's cables here that are on fire to keep these creatures from chewing on my walls. That's sort of the concept there. I think I'm actually going to allow everybody to relax briefly, because I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of repair to do. So there's bugs back here that are just not of the same hive, not really. These walls, all they do is increase the volume of the cave, which is not a problem. But these are the walls that I'm gonna want protected. Now, fortunately, as you can see, the fire is spreading to the boundary of the wall, not down here though. So that's a bit of an issue. So what I'm going to do right now is to purely recreate everybody, so that they are ready for a long sort of repair defense period. So let me, oh, Hippie, you should haul that down though. And I'm going to temporarily use fine meals, so if anyone's hungry, they can eat fine. All right, this first layer is holding up pretty well. This isn't. They've chewed through that pretty quick. Unfortunately, I really should have had another incendiary there to set that on fire, but I didn't, so oh well. All right, the eclipse is ended. This cave now is 306 Fahrenheit. As you can see, this wall is holding up real well because of the fire that I had set. And heat stroke is starting to set in for these guys. And they aren't even through the first set of uranium walls. Also, not only is heat stroke setting in, but a lot of them have burn injuries. Now, they're mostly superficial burn injuries, but a few of them are probably pretty significantly burned, especially the ones that are trying to push to the walls because of the way I laid out the cables, right? So these bugs that are trying to bash the walls because the cables were on fire underneath them are the most injured. And now it's 500 degrees and those bugs aren't going anywhere. Now, if you're wondering why I was so sure that the bugs would spawn here and not in my caves up here, I wasn't. But infestation chance increases in darker areas. So if you have lit caves like I do, it lowers the infestation chance, not to 0. But it does lower it. And then if you're wondering, hey, why wouldn't they spawn like here? This is too far from my colony to be a valid spawn spot. Same with this area. So if we dig into the game code for just a moment, let's go into dev mode and into debug actions. No, it's not debug actions. Where is it? Here it is. Draw infestation chance. This checkbox. This will show you the deep blue is a much higher infestation chance, meaning that infestations are far more likely here. Also keep in mind that all of this would be deep blue before the fires started setting, because of course the fires add, yeah. So there's a slight infestation chance in these tunnels here, slight in these tunnels as well. Basically 0 in these spots. More or less. I mean, it's slight, but it's near 0, and then just at far more likely denoted by the deep blue in this cave. And this whole cave was probably deep blue before I set it all on fire. So if you ever are curious, it's debug, view settings, draw infestation chance. And let's turn dev mode off. But I just wanted to demo why I spent so much time trapping one area over all the other areas, and it's just a roll of the die. All right, they are 20% through that wall, 37% through this wall. That's not looking good for these mega spiders. These little, I mean, there are some spiders here that are not included in the death, but yeah, we're looking pretty good. I'm having everyone recreate and relax. It is now 700 degrees Fahrenheit in here. Serious heat stroke setting in. Yes, this does burn up insect jellies, but there's really not a way to efficiently deal with these bugs without burning up some insect jellies. The only alternative that I could have done is I could have significantly walled up here, and as you can see, they're through the first layer, and they're through the first layer. I could have significantly walled up the north here and tried to drive the bugs through the mech clusters, but honestly, I think the bugs would win, and then I'd have to defend myself with guns and turrets and the like. Oh my god, it's like the infestation chance thing is still being drawn. It's chunking. My game is chunking. So some of the creatures here are now in serious heat stroke, and they're unconscious. And a lot of them are already dead, as you can see. The scarabs, you know, this one died from burns. Dead, you know. We are getting rid of them quick. And my banking is that they would pass out before they were able to get through all sets of walls. Yep, they're all down. All right, now that they're all down, there is a unique opportunity that I can rescue and kill. So let's do that. So one of the reasons why I had so many layers of walls, whoa, they were digging out through the other side. Interesting. Is that as soon as the barriers are broken here, all the heat gets let out, right? You can only heat in internal areas. So, so let's go to numbers. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of them. So I'm gonna pan out here and hunt all the mega spiders, all the spellopedes, and is there a living mega scarab? All the mega scarabs might have already died. Okay. And we're going to clear these bugs quickly. Alright, so Phoenix. Deconstruct this, deconstruct this. Basically, I'm gonna go in here and clear them out manually. Oh, no, never mind. I am not doing that. Because these bugs just got free. And now we have a new set of bugs that I'm going to want to wait to have fall unconscious. So these guys are gonna start getting their own heat stroke. So let's zoom all the way out and set up all the mega scarabs to be hunted. And then I'm going to unforbid everything. Yeah, I was hoping to break down these hives that aren't destroyed by fire for insect jellies as a trade good. So here's what I need to do now. I need to have JD and Bash repair these walls to keep them from getting through. Hoping that they pass out from heat stroke soon. And then if I need to, I can fall back to yet another wall. Because they might be destroying those walls faster than I can repair them. And then this southern wall here, the reason I have the battery and the light is to have an illuminated work area so that we don't repair slow. So taking a look at these guys, yeah, they don't have any heat stroke yet. Because all the heat was, all the heat's let out. Actually, forget that. Stop repairing that because this is a valid exit, this isn't a superheated spot anymore. So, pivoting, I'm going to change tactics. I'm actually going to build this wall. Yeah, I have time. And I'm going to purposely let out the bugs down here, driving the remaining survivors. Uh-oh, JD, get out of there. There wasn't time. All right, just go. Driving the remaining survivors to attack me via where the mech clusters are. So let's take a second and slow down the bugs that are closest to me. There we go. At least I don't have to kill all of them. I think at peak infestation, my guess is there was like 200 bugs. And what's left is maybe 80 of 200, which is a lot easier to deal with. Ooh, there's rain. There's rain because enough of the map is on fire that it triggered the rain, which is funny. My standing lamp and my battery are going to get short-circuited, but that's all right. All right, so now here's how I'm going to do this. To drive these bugs at me, I'm going to close this door and open up the north door. These two. And that will trigger the bugs to try to walk to me, walking through this mech cluster. Nothing like hacking pathfinding AI. So I had Bash open up that door there, because... yeah. And then... oh, actually, that's not even the right door to open up. Ideally, it would be these doors, because there's some pathing issues. So let me switch doors. To these. All right, everybody else go to sleep. So there's still some bugs in here breaking stuff because they haven't figured out how to get free yet. They're a little slow. All right, so now there's going to be a valid path to my base through this door. It's going to be left open, and that means that the bugs that are getting free are going to go... oh, thank you. They're going to go around and up, fighting the mech cluster for me. So here comes the new wave of bugs. And I just have to make sure that this door here... don't eat out there. Don't eat out there. This door here stays intact. Yep, here they come. And the first wave of bugs got shredded by the mech cluster. This mech cluster is broken down, so I can... oops. Let's not claim that yet, because claiming it might cause the bugs to think it's mine and have them attack it. Oh! Mr. Gabe. Yeah, let's stay out of these caves. Glad I noticed that earlier than later. It'd be good to get, once the bugs are cleared out of there, to get brawlers in there and clear out all the hives before they reproduce. Okay, most of these bugs are just like asleep. All right, we're gonna do a concerted bug killing effort now. I'm gonna group everybody to murder some bugs. Manually, because they're all spread out. Because there's really no time to waste if I want to clear out the hive. Ooh, hi. Didn't see you there. All right, Raptor, stun. Stun. So as much as I would have liked these bugs to have dealt with the mech cluster, I want to get them... well, some of them are, as you can see. These guys are going north. I want to get the hives cleared and then the insect jelly secured. And I only really have to deal with a few wounded stragglers. Whereas the cluster here has to deal with the majority of the big guys. I'm checking in to see who wins. I don't know. It's actually not clear who's gonna win. If I need to close the doors, I can have my pets close doors for me. I could path them onto the door and then to tell the door to close. All right, let's push up a little bit. Cautiously, as we... A psychic ship. Okay, random Randy. Sure, man. Whatever. It's all good. Man, this really is so weird of a way to fight these guys. But I'm sorry to do this. I'm out of time. Okay, so this psychic ship beautifully is just a swarm of dormant scythers. Aerodrone salvo, anyone? And we are deep in the den of bugs. But I would say my defense plan had worked pretty flawlessly. And in a weird twist of luck, these 10 hives and this one hive that was spared most of the fire will make for good jelly. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. I really appreciate all the feedback you guys offer. If you would like to join my Discord community, Rhadamant.com has a link to Discord where you can chat in real time with me and everybody in the community. There's actually thousands of us about these episodes or episodes in the future. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you next episode. Farewell.